Hey, what's up guys? It's Shay from Faster Phones, and today we're going to talk about the 5 different types of business phone service that you can choose from. And I know what you're probably thinking, as long as I can make calls and receive calls, aren't they all the same? The answer to that, pretty simple. No they're not. Alright, so let's just knock this out real quick. What are the differences? Well, there's 3 main considerations you need before you choose a phone service. The first is cost. These things, they vary greatly in the price tag that you're going to be paying on a monthly basis. I'll go over that. Alright, the second consideration is the type of wiring involved. Some of these phone services work better with certain types of wiring. You got 2 types. You got analog and you have data. When I say data, for the more technical viewers out there, we're talking about Cat5e or Cat6 cabling. The type of wiring is really important when you consider whether you're connecting fax machines, paging systems, credit card readers, and obviously phone systems to the phone service. The third and final consideration that you have is what type of phone system are you going to have? Is it going to be premise-based or is it going to be cloud-based? And if you're confused about what those 2 options are, cloud-based or premise-based phone systems, don't worry, click this link right here and I explain those differences. And it should be noted that a lot of businesses sometimes use multiple types of phone services. A lot of people do a cloud-based phone system and they might have an analog line for their fax machine. So you can mix and match. All right, let's jump into it. The first type of phone service is called a POTS line. That stands for plain old telephone service. This is the OG phone service. This was the #1 way people were making calls from the 1880s all the way to the 1990s. If you remember making calls as a kid with your home landline, this is what you used. It was a POTS line. All right, let's talk about this real quick. One POTS line can only handle 1 telephone call. So if your business needs multiple calls to be able to come in at any given time, you will need multiple POTS lines. The average cost of a POTS line is $45 per line per month. In addition to your $45 per line per month, you'll also have to pay long distance charges. POTS lines also work best with analog lines or wiring. So you definitely need to consider this when choosing POTS lines as your type of phone service, because in addition to your data cabling that's used for your computers, you'll have to cable your entire office for analog. And the other thing is, if you're going to go ahead with POTS lines for your phone services, then you will need a premise-based phone system. Option number 2 is a SIP trunk. This was introduced in 1996. SIP trunks have 2 main benefits, first of which is cost. The average cost of a SIP trunk is only $20 including taxes and fees compared to the $45 for a POTS line. The second benefit is in terms of wiring. Because it is data-based and comes over the internet, it can use the same exact wiring as your computers, so you might save on a lot of expenses when wiring your office. And in terms of a phone system, just like a POTS line, this is best for premise-based phone systems. Option number 3 is what we call a PRI. A PRI is best used for a bigger business. The reason for that is, unlike a SIP trunk or a POTS line that can only carry a single phone call on it, a PRI can carry up to 23 simultaneous calls. PRIs are most commonly analog, so just like a POTS line, you have to plan ahead to wire your entire office for analog. It should be noted that a lot of PRIs can use a gateway or what's called a PCI card to convert the analog into a data connection. Option 4 needs no introduction. You guys are all familiar, it's 2021. That is cell phones. Cell phones cost anywhere from about $30 to $55 per cell phone per month. No wiring is required and no phone system is really needed. You can, however, integrate your cell phone with a cloud-based solution, which is number 5. All right, cloud-based phone systems have absolutely taken over the market in the last 10 years. This is the #1 choice for small businesses today. The reason that cloud-based phone systems are the #1 choice for small businesses today is because 1, it is the easiest to implement, and 2, it has incredible cost savings. Unlike the other options, you're not restricted to the number of phone calls your business can receive. For example, even a 3-person business could receive 50 simultaneous calls and not one of the callers will receive a busy signal. At the very least, all 50 callers will have an option to leave a voicemail. And because it's not restricted to the number of lines, That's not how they bill you for their service. They bill per extension. On average, you're gonna be paying about $30 per month per extension. All right, and because cloud-based phone systems are so popular today for small businesses, I'm gonna go over some of the other cost savings. Well, first and foremost, you're gonna save on about 90% of the upfront equipment and labor that it takes to implement a cloud-based phone system compared to a premise-based system. All right, in addition to saving you on the equipment for a phone system, they can also save you on the equipment and resources needed for both paging and fax. And if you guys are at all interested in a cloud phone system, I definitely encourage you to check out the sponsor of this video, Hosted Solutions. They are the #1 way to save money and get a better phone system. All you have to do is go to hostedsolutions.us in your web browser. Just type that in, hostedsolutions.us, that's their website. And at the very top, there's a blue VoIP consultation icon. Click that, submit it. One of their sales reps will call you and talk to you about what you need in terms of phones and what you're doing right now so they can better understand how to help you out. They also have the most responsive and helpful support team out of anybody I've ever met in the industry. So definitely check them out. They're awesome. And don't forget to use the promotion code FASTERPHONES. You'll save 15% on all your phone equipment and you'll save 15% on your monthly services. So definitely do not forget. All right, guys, I hope this was helpful for you all. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comment section below. Hope you're doing well, and I'll see you in the next video.